Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flick Show. My name is Chris Wong. It is Godzilla King of the Monsters Day today. Surprisingly, just lots of stuff has come out for Godzilla today. Yeah, it's incredible. We're finally getting to see some official stuff besides a picture of Godzilla, and some Monarch viral campaign has started. We've got a new banner showing Millie Bobby Brown right front and center because absolutely Godzilla versus 11. No, I'm kidding. It's Godzilla King of the Monsters, May 2019. The tagline says their reign begins, I'm guessing. And it looks like Godzilla spikes in the background. It does look a little different from the Godzilla 2014, and you got all the stars on top. We see everybody there. 2019, and there's going to be a trailer coming out pretty soon. It's been cut 2 minutes and 23 seconds of, oh my goodness gracious, awesome Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer. It's coming real soon, and it's going to be rated PG. I'm absolutely, it's probably going to be at the Warner Brothers panel. If they drop it tomorrow, that'd be pretty nuts, because we did get a teaser. A short little teaser with Millie Bobby Brown at a radio, and she's trying to contact Monarch. And then after that, I listened to many times, and I'm thinking I'm hearing missiles, I'm hearing planes, and I'm hearing King Ghidorah. You know, a little bit of that. Is that King Ghidorah? I mean, I can't believe I'm seeing this. Like, you know, you always wonder what, you don't think it's real until you actually see footage. You don't think it's real until you actually see pictures. You don't think it's real until you actually see the banner. So it's real. It's coming. Godzilla King of the Monsters. And we're going to finally get to see America's version of these three fantastic monsters that we've seen in Japanese history for so long. But now we get to see what Michael Dougherty gets to make out of them. And they actually went through the part of the viral marketing campaign, did the declassified and the clearance level for the monsters. So declassified civilian operative files. This is Rodan. A volcanic internal combustion system of magma flows throughout a body covered in rock-like scales that act as geothermal armor. While much larger in size, Rodan has a skeletal structure similar to that of a pteranodon, one of the earliest vertebrates known to have developed in the power of flight. Just as Kong is king of the primates, Rodan may have once been king of the sky. So they don't shy away from the Kong reference. They're clearly building into him. I think Michael Dougherty even said that there are breadcrumbs towards Kong, but we're going to focus on the King of the Monsters fight against Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah. So, but there are going to be some breadcrumbs. There's going to be some way of figuring out how Godzilla will get to Kong or Kong get to Godzilla. So let's figure that out. So even more, I think, let's see, where is there? Ghidorah, King Ghidorah. Cranial scans reveal a divergent frontal lobe density in the brains of the three heads, denoting each head has disparate levels of cognitive functions and possibly even independent thoughts. Okay, well that's doesn't tell you much, but you notice these pictures here. They're people in the drawings. You know, they're actually people in the drawings. That is interesting. So does that mean that does that mean they've been there for a long time? I mean, look at the people. They're a little bit smaller than the monsters. So it could be like how Kong is small and they turn out bigger and bigger. So now when for the present time they'll be much bigger. But where have they been all this time? Just underground. We know that King Ghidorah is supposedly in the Arctic, right? We've saw some little bit of that Monarch marketing for that. There is the third monster, of course, Mothra, Mosura, as in this. It's part of the log. You see people in there once again in the background, and so it seems to exist back then. And one of the things I really looking at these pictures is that they're kind of different from the murals that were in the end of Kong Skull Island. In that one, Mothra looked pretty much like the Mothra we saw in Toho days, Rodan as well, and King Ghidorah. But I think maybe that was just a hint, like Jordan Vogt Roberts didn't know what to expect from Michael Dougherty's Godzilla, so he just threw in those murals and used just pictures, designs from the Toho movies, and not necessarily know what Michael Dougherty is going to do. And so they had to kind of redo the murals a little bit here, right? And that's Mothra. So these pictures are the same as those leaked pictures from a while back. In fact, Rodan looks like that leaked model scale of Rodan that we had a while back, and possibly King Ghidorah as well. So we now know those were actually leaks and not just faked, and it's not what they were trying to tell us that's not real. That was a fan made. Well, looks like it's not. But I am very curious to see Mothra. I think Mothra in here, it's I want to see it in action, and it's there, and it's kind of goes in line with the Mutos in a way, where Mothra does have that insect-like, like the Mutos were kind of like insect-like as well. So that's part of that universe and how, I guess, giant insect monsters look. Rodan is, of course, going to be different. King Ghidorah is going to be quite something. I don't know how they're going to explain that, but I'm really looking forward to this, man. It's coming. Oh my God, it's a coming. Trailer is coming. I told my son about it, and he was like really excited. He can't wait to see the trailer of this. He thought the movie was coming out. He says, no, not yet. May 2019. We're a year away, and so but he was getting excited to at least watch the trailer, and I'm hoping to see some monster in trailer. I don't know if they're gonna try to tease the monsters like how we do Jaws, or even how they did the first Godzilla teaser, where you see Godzilla just in the background. It's 2 minutes and 23 seconds, and it is the only giant, well-known con before the movie releases May 2019. So I think they're gonna throw everything they've got into it, and which is quite interesting. Now I know there are titles called Godzilla King of the Monsters, but I noticed that Sam Parker had put on his page that it's called Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters, and he actually has a title on there. So is that true? Let me know. Internationally, are you guys seeing Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters, or are you guys actually seeing Godzilla King of the Monsters? I'm seeing Godzilla King of the Monsters. Their reign begins. I'm also seeing that there's different trailers coming out. That's weird. I'm just looking at this now. Okay, Red Band trailer, official trailer, and official. So, official teaser, official trailer, and Red Band trailer. Red Band trailer? Isn't this a PG-13 movie? Wow, that's gonna be quite interesting. So we're gonna get not only one trailer, but we're going to get another trailer. Oh, wait, here. Okay. Update: the Red Band trailer, King of the Monsters thumbnail from the initial has been removed. The link that directly takes you to the thumbnail no longer shows. Warner Brothers become aware of it, no doubt. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means they're going to release that later, or they don't even have Red Band trailer, because I don't think this movie is rated R. I believe it's PG-13. So that's interesting that is no longer the case here. Well, sorry guys, I should have read that first before I even talked about it here, but yeah, so there's no Red Band trailer. There's just going to be an official teaser, an official trailer, which is just fine because I can't wait to see it. I just can't wait to see this baby. Let's have it happen. But if you are in the mood for some Godzilla, there is Godzilla City on the Edge of Battle. Is that how you say it? It's a mouthful. Well, anyway, it's the second Godzilla animated movie. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Second Godzilla animated movie that's out on Netflix. Godzilla City on the Edge of Battle. Okay, so that's the one I was kind of hyping up because they were going to show Mechagodzilla and stuff like that. Well, call me a little disappointed. It's not as good as the first one. Okay, it moves the story along, sure, but it's not as good as the first one. You know, if you were kind of like, I didn't care about the human element, well, you're gonna be disappointed as well because there's a lot of that. And Godzilla doesn't show up until a long time past the hour point, maybe even longer. And all that teasing in Mechagodzilla, nothing. No Mech. I'm just telling you now because I don't want you to get disappointed. There is no Mechagodzilla. They show Mechagodzilla, but there is no Mechagodzilla stomping around fighting Godzilla. None of that. No. Mechagodzilla is in reference to the actual city that Godzilla comes into. Uh-huh. Yeah. My kid was disappointed. Hugely. Is like, what? They lied. I'm like, they really didn't lie. Yeah, they kind of did. But so if you're expecting to see, you know, actual Mechagodzilla stomping around fighting, you know, kaiju versus kaiju, I'm sorry. You know, I'm really sorry about that. That's not going to happen. But they have some sort of, you know, 3 Gundam wing type robots fighting, like small, like compared to Godzilla fighting Godzilla. But you know, it's something we've already seen in the first one where they're just shooting at him from all over. So wasn't that great? I'd say I'd probably only watched that once. I mean, it's not that great. They do hint, and there's you know, scroll through the credits and so you get an after end credits, and they'll tease you about the third movie, which if you've been following my channel, it's gonna be King Ghidorah. So they do have a little bit of that, but yeah, it was okay. I mean, I just was disappointed. But Godzilla looks fantastic. I mean, he's got a little bit more detailed now than from the movie from before. I mean, he's got a little bit more scaly. He does interesting, possibly, in my case, I think, in a way of an homage to Godzilla versus Destroyer, if you know what I mean. When you watch it, you'll kind of know what I mean. But you know, that's that. So, but if you're a huge Godzilla fan, you'd probably watch it anyway. And you know, so check it out. It's on Netflix. Godzilla City on the Edge of Battle. Big mouthful on the title there. But don't expect Mecha Godzilla. Don't expect an actual. It's called Mecha Godzilla City, but it's not an actual Mechagodzilla, you know. I mean, they show him there, but it's funny because they got the toys and everything, and I'm like, oh wow, they got the toys and everything, but they don't, you know, it can't be everything, right? Anyway, all right, guys, that is it for tonight. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching as we continue this San Diego Comic-Con coverage until my live Hall H Warner Brothers panel show this Saturday, 10:30 p.m. 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which equates to 7:30 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time. All right, guys, I'll see you guys there, and be on the lookout for. I got one more video coming up next. This is more of like a PSA, but so bear with me. But if you are only wanting Godzilla, this is it. We're getting some really good stuff now, more stuff to talk about, guys, because they're finally releasing some official stuff. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye.